Hey, oily friends, it's Kathleen from Yankee Homestead. I wanted to tell you about a sort of amazing experience I had with a doTERRA product. On my left hand, I have a persistent rash that started around my ring finger where I wear my wedding band. I actually can't wear my wedding rings anymore because of this rash, but it's been getting a little bit worse in recent times, and it also has started to crop up right here on the back of my hand. It was kind of concerning to me, and I know just from my research and my involvement in real food nutrition that this probably meant something was going on in my gut. And I eat very healthily, but I actually don't eat many fermented foods. So I decided to experiment with doTERRA's probiotic and see if that would help my rash. I know this sounds like I'm making a commercial, but I totally just wanted to share this in case anyone is struggling with the same things that I have. And I hope you know what I mean when I say a stubborn rash. This is PB Assist. PB stands for probiotic. And what's really interesting about doTERRA's probiotic is that it's double encapsulated. And this is also related to another interesting thing about PB Assist. If you're at all familiar with probiotics, you know that you want to look for about 50 billion-ish strains of active probiotic cultures. And I used to take another probiotic years ago that I think has 50 billion strains, in fact. And so when doTERRA came out with a probiotic and it only had 5 billion strains, I thought that was a little odd. And my doctor even wasn't sure. He said that's not enough strains to really be helpful. So this is what I learned, and this is what I want to share with you. doTERRA's probiotic only has 5 billion strains because it is double encapsulated, which means, I don't know if you can see that, it's actually a really cool green color inside there. That green capsule is actually a smaller capsule inside this bigger veggie capsule, and there's a little bit of liquid in this outer capsule. And so what happens is when you take this probiotic, the first outer capsule dissolves in the stomach. And then that second capsule, the green one, the little one, where the 5 billion strains of probiotic cultures are, that one actually makes it all the way to your gut. And what I learned is that the reason why most probiotics have so many strains is because many of those strains do not actually make it to the gut, to the intestines, where they're supposed to be going to be helpful to help create that healthy bacteria in the intestines. So doTERRA's probiotic, because of the double encapsulation, they actually can't put any more strains than 5 billion because it would wind up being overpowering, creating too much good bacteria, and it would be an imbalance. So that kind of blew my mind when I learned that. And that was around the same time when I was experiencing this stubborn rash. So I decided to experiment. I took 1 bottle's worth of PB Assist, doTERRA's probiotic. It's 30 capsules. I took 1 every day just with breakfast. And by the time I finished the bottle, I kind of forgot about it for a little while, about my rash. But I noted, this was just recently, I noticed that my rash is completely gone. It's completely gone. It's not bothering me at all. And it's the first time that has happened in months. Even if my rash wasn't flaring up majorly, it was always just kind of lurking there, kind of bothering me and being mildly itchy. And then sometimes it would really flare up and bother me a lot. So highly recommend the probiotic. Like I said, I take it just once a day with breakfast, and I've seen a huge improvement in my skin. And then while we're on the topic of stubborn, persistent rashes, I wanted to share a couple of other things that have been helpful when my rash is flaring up. One of those is Melaleuca, which is tea tree oil. And I actually really love the Melaleuca touch roller. It's pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil, so it's not full strength. And it comes in a roller, so you can just roll it right on. Just roll it on those areas that get irritated. It's awesome. This touch roller is great for a lot of other things, but anything skin related, like any kind of little cuts or scrapes, will help the skin heal, and any kind of irritations, anything that's itchy or inflamed or irritated, you can put Melaleuca on that and it will help. It'll help it heal faster and it'll help relieve the itching. And then another thing that's been really awesome, sorry, there's a glare, there it is. Another thing that's been really awesome for my stubborn rashes is Correct X. It is an ointment and it's got 5 oils in it. It's got lavender, it's got tea tree, it has frankincense, helichrysum, and cedarwood in it too. Helichrysum is an awesome first aid oil, super for helping the skin repair, for calming the skin. Frankincense too, and cedarwood is great for the skin. But so this, I just rub it, again, I just rub it right into those rashy areas. And sometimes it doesn't help right at first. Like it doesn't necessarily relieve the itching right at first. But I've noticed that if I rub this in consistently, it really helps that skin over time not be so irritated. And it does relieve the itchiness over time. And then one other thing, this is not a doTERRA product, but the instructions and more information about making this or buying it online are on my blog. It's called Hard Lotion. You can search the blog for Hard Lotion. If you're watching this video on YouTube, I'll put the link down in the description. You can click on Show More for the that link. And this is Hard Lotion. Mine is just in the shape of a flower because I use little ice cube molds to make it. It's a really easy DIY thing with just 3 ingredients. It has coconut oil, shea butter, and beeswax. The coconut oil and the shea butter are really nourishing and softening to the skin, and the beeswax is very protective. The beeswax is what makes the lotion a hard lotion. It actually looks kind of like a soap when you see it for the first time because it's like a bar. You can make it in any shape that you want. If you order it online, it will come in little rectangular shapes. But it's awesome for any kind of dry or irritated skin. And so I love it for any rashes that we've got going, but especially that rash that I mentioned. And I keep this all over my house. There's my tin is kind of gross. Here's my Hard Lotion label. I keep some in my nightstand drawer. I keep some in the kitchen. I keep some in my purse. I keep some in my desk drawer. All my kids, all my family members, my husband, we all have some. Really great during the winter, but again, really great for just irritated, dry skin. So I hope that's helpful to you if you struggle with stubborn, itchy rashes. And really think about trying a probiotic, and doTERRA's probiotic is a great one. And now you know why it's green and why there are only 5 billion strains in it. So happy probioticing, and I hope your skin gets better and better.